Alright, so boom. Part 2 of the worst singing moments by rappers. Let it be known that I am not saying that I think the rappers in these lists are horrible rappers throughout their entire career. This is just pointing out specific songs or specific moments in songs where I was like, damn, you need to just stick to rapping because singing isn't your strong point right now. If you stuck to rapping, you would sound as good as McHugh with his song Pressure.
So much trip that I might change the weather. Pockets double decker, I'm a terror. I still made her do it. She said she would never. Bitch, I'm hot like the LA weather. With your favorite sweater, I get cheese like a selfie, baby. I've been by my cheddar with whatever. I've been popping lately. This shit here forever. When I cop, they gon' flock. I roll that pressure. Double cut the drink, I'm posted like who's Weber. When I cop, they gon' flock. I roll that pressure.
If you enjoyed the track, then go check out more of McHugh's music. Check him out on his Instagram, Twitter, and his YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, then y'all already know how to hook me up. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more vids. Since Biggie Small's Life After Death album was 25 songs, throughout the years there have been a good number of songs that have gone untalked about on the album, even with its classic status. So for the song Another, Biggie collabs with Lil' Kim and they both talk about what should a person do in a relationship when their significant other is getting on their nerves. So first, Biggie says, "What do you do if your bitch is untrue? Do you cut the hooker off and find someone new? I need another bitch in my life." On the flip side, Lil' Kim says, "What do you do when your man is untrue? Do you cut the sucker off and find someone new? I need another man in my life." So the reason this song is on the list is because they both tried to sing the last couple of lines and oh my gosh, Biggie sounded so awful. Like, I want to believe that he sang this bad on purpose, but nah, man, Biggie was really trying right here. He just wasn't good at it. Now, truthfully, for this entry, I was going to put Biggie and Kim and say that both of their singing was horrible, but I like the way Kim's singing sounds on here. Her voice sounds very raspy and manly, but oddly enough, that's what makes it funny to listen to me. What makes it sound even manlier than this is the slowed down version. As I told you guys before, I love listening to chopped and screwed versions of songs because they sound really cool to me. And when it came to Lil' Kim on this slowed down version, man, like I thought it was me singing this shit. Like, had I told y'all that it was me singing this part instead of being a slowed down Lil' Kim, you couldn't tell me I was lying because this sounds exactly like me. But even with this unusual singing from these two, this is still one of my favorite songs from the album. And I actually suggest you guys listen to it. Their singing makes me laugh every time, and it grew on me for sure.
I just wish your love wouldn't fade away. Even when the smoke clear, I'm here to stay.
Now, something I get told on my channel all the time is that I sound like 21 Savage. Ever since I started doing commentary on my channel, it's something I've heard tons of times. Even if I sound exactly like him, one thing I can say for sure is that I can sing way better than him. Because I know damn well y'all don't think I sound like this.
Even when the smoke clear, I'm here to stay.
Now, Ball Without You, even though it wasn't a single release for his I'm Greater Than I Was album, it may as well have been because it's the only song that he released a music video for, other than A Lot. Now, as you know, like most rappers, they be having to get into their R&B bag at some point and make a love song. Even the hardest of hardest street rappers be trying to do it. Like Meek Mill did 24/7 with LMA on his Championship album. When I first heard this song, within the first minute, I thought, man, this nigga trying to be Love Bug Savage now. Truthfully, the song is okay for what it's trying to do. It certainly isn't a bright spot on the album. And for me, I just never been able to understand why 21 Savage did this.
I just wish your life wouldn't fade away.
Like, this was pretty gross. I never minded that people said I sound like Mr. Savage, but after I heard Ball Without You, this is actually very insulting. I hope in the future when y'all say I sound like him that y'all not referring to this song. Okay, so after my 5 rappers I refuse to listen to video, I've already said before that the video is outdated because I've since listened to a few of the rappers on there, and Big Sean was one of them. So if I'm being honest, getting through his earlier music was such a chore to do. Big Sean, in my opinion, did not become a good rapper until his Finally Famous 3 mixtape. Finally Famous 1 and 2 were garbage. I don't expect rappers to be like fantastic out the gate with their first project, but goddamn, dude had a lot he needed to improve on. I think Drake had one of the best names of an early project because he made sure to name his first mixtape Room for Improvement. So if you listen to it and you said like this is mediocre, but he has a lot of room for improvement, it would make sense because that's why he called it that. But Big Sean called his Finally Famous. So like you just got some attention and this is what you're giving us. So for this entry, I have what I consider one of the worst singing moments from each mixtape. Finally Famous 1, we have You. And I feel like I don't have to explain this one. You. I say you. This is that bad singing that you actually can't even laugh at. You just make a face of disgust like, ugh, like what is this? Now, when it comes to $1 Million from his Finally Famous 2 mixtape, I feel like this song is where he slightly improved because honestly, it isn't as horrible as you.
Now I'm gonna make $1,000,001 and do it again.
Now, the song is pretty cool about simply wanting to come up and have a lot of money since he's been broke for so long. And I like the song, but the hook is another story. I know he wanted to make a lighthearted track and it could have worked if the execution was better. This $1,000,001, it just really didn't hit for me. The singer just wasn't all the way there yet. He didn't have the range for it. Now, one thing I will give Sean is that his singing has become really, really good. There are some songs of his that I mostly enjoy because of his singing, such as 24 Carats of Gold.
Wishing I could wrap my whole life up in 24 carats of gold.
And Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone, oh, tell her like Sierra Leone, like Sierra Leone. Him nowhere away.
I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan in the world, but what I do know from listening to the songs I have heard from him is that he doesn't really try to sing. I guess it's because he knows that he isn't that good at it and it's not his forte, so he doesn't even bother. Some rappers need to take a hint to that. So I didn't think he had any songs where he was singing. And then I came across this nonsense. True Life was the intro track to a mixtape called True York. And the mixtape is pretty old, but this is the early example that I have come across of a singing Jay-Z. Before the singing even happens, what bothers me about the song is that the beat drops so many times and Jay never starts rapping. So the song is 2 minutes and 50 seconds long, right? For 1 minute and 50 seconds, Jay just talks like non-stop. And every time you expect a verse to start, he just keeps like saying something else. If you listen to the song, you'll see exactly what I mean. But when he finally decides to spit something, we get this.
A lot of rappers be yapping to us, it's all fantasy.
What the hell is this, son? Now I know there are some diehard Jigga fans out there, like please don't tell me y'all mess with this. Even y'all gotta admit this singer is a hot mess. So after Jay is singing, he spits like the laziest 23-second freestyle in the history of freestyles. And then after that 23-second laziness, it gets right back to the fantasy. I've never listened to this True Life mixtape, and after this intro by Jay-Z, I'll be damned if I do.
How long can I survive with this mentality?
So if there is one criticism I'm sure you guys have heard about the For Your Eyes Only album, is that it's boring and has no replay value. I'm not going to say whether or not I agree with that, but sheesh, is Ville Mentality easily one of the most boring songs on the album. If you're a fan of this song, then you won't like me right now, because this song has always been one of my least favorites. One reason is the repetition on the bridge. The whole dirt on my name never, dirt on my name never, dirt on my name never, dirt on my name never. Like, I've had some people tell me that's their favorite part of the song, and all power to y'all, but I don't see how a dude saying that over and over and over again is dope to y'all. So other than the bridge, I also don't like the reason that this song is on the list, the singing.
This
Mentality. I just can't get with that. I truthfully have never liked this song. I should have put it in my 5 songs I've never liked video, but I decided to put it here since the singing was my biggest issue with it. And for all of the people who say this is a dull album and have no replay value, if this is one of the songs you're referring to that makes you say that, then I guess I'm on y'all team then.
Alto, alto, alto.